Hi y'all, welcome to Donna's Farmhouse Kitchen. Well, I'm getting things ready for Thanksgiving, and one thing I love is a good cranberry sauce. I love it with my dressing. I love to take a scoop of my dressing and a little bit of cranberry sauce and into the mouth it goes. And that's how I love to eat it. And a lot of people are like that. You like that savory and sweet mixture. And so I am going to make this. I've had it on my YouTube channel before, but I didn't have this set up when I was doing it. So I wanted to make it again for you. And it may end up being a little bit different than it was before, but not by very much. So let's get started with my orange brandy cranberry sauce. So we're going to start off with 4 cups of water. And then we're going to put in the zest of 7 oranges. And so it's almost a half a cup. So that's where, at least that's where mine was when I was finished. But the zest of 7 oranges. And then you want to juice some of them as well. So you want to reserve those oranges for juicing. So we're going to start stirring this. So I've turned this up to high heat, and we want to bring this to a boil. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it and bring it to a boil. So it's starting to boil. Now I'll tell you one thing I did. I took a whisk and I broke up the orange zest a little bit so it wasn't in clumps. So it has a nice little boil to it. So now I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and I'm going to let it simmer for 15 minutes. Making cranberry sauce isn't difficult at all. The most difficult thing about this particular cranberry sauce would be zesting the oranges and then juicing them. The rest of it is easy. So it's been 15 minutes, and so I'm going to go ahead and strain this. So I'm putting in 2/3 of a cup of the liquid. So to the hot liquid, I am adding 4 cups of granulated sugar. And 2/3 of a cup times 2. We're doing 2/3 of a cup twice, or 1.33 cups of orange juice. This is the fresh squeezed orange juice that I did from the oranges that I zested. And then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, fresh squeezed lemon juice. That's the good thing about this. Everything's all nice and fresh. Go ahead and start stirring this. So I just moved the heat up to high so we can get it to start boiling. I like to stir it before I turn up the heat to make sure the sugar is not sticking on the bottom. Now I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon of course. And go ahead and continue stirring. You can always use a whisk. I'm going to go ahead and add in my zest. And then let it boil with that. Now that the sugar is dissolved real well. Now that's come to a complete boil, I've turned it down and we're going to simmer it for 3 minutes. Make sure you keep stirring while this is simmering. It's almost time to add the cranberries. So it's been 3 minutes and I've turned the heat back up to medium-high, and I'm going to add the cranberries. This is 8 cups of cranberries, which is 2 bags of cranberries. So I'm going to take a plate and I'm going to put it in the freezer so I can test it on a nice cold plate. You can hear them starting to pop. Make sure you keep your face away from this pot because you don't want that hot liquid popping on your face. It's so funny because I've actually had people almost fight over this cranberry sauce. So, yeah, it's really good. These cranberries are so pretty. So I'm going to keep stirring for about 10 minutes and let all of these pop. And then I'm going to bring out the plate and we're going to see if it gels up. Just so it doesn't go everywhere, you can put a lid on this and just open it up and stir it and put the lid back on. And that way you don't have splatters all over your kitchen. Now I will help this along a little bit by pressing down and making them pop as well. You can hear them popping. And sometimes it does take a little longer than 10 minutes to get these all popped. Look at this beautiful cranberry sauce. I'm gonna put some on here. So it took about 15 minutes to get all these to pop. Just a little bit more. So once you jar this, it's good in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. So I am going to go ahead and get these jarred up and may even give some away. So I think we're good there. It's all nice and gelled up. We are set and ready to go. So I've taken it off the heat and now I'm going to add some orange brandy. Then you're going to mix it all in there. And this is the orange brandy that I use. Now, if you just want to use regular brandy, you can use just regular brandy as well. I'm going to do a little taste test. Got my nice canning funnel. Now we're going to scoop it on in. We do want to leave some space at the top. Just like that. This cranberry sauce is beautiful. So I ended up with 7 jars. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lids on. You wanna make sure that your lid is on there really good and not wobbling, and then screw it on. Be careful, this can get really hot. You don't have to lift them up to get the lids closed. And once they have cooled down, then you can tighten the lids a little bit more. So I hope that you will try this recipe, enjoy some cranberry sauce with your family for the holidays, and happy Thanksgiving. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.